I've wanted to do a video about this fan for a little while, because it is a fairly expensive fan, and I actually really love it. And I'm no professional reviewer. I'm just a guy that bought the fan, and I didn't get a chance to use it out in the field as much as I'd like to, but I've still been using it regularly, and I love this fan because the reason that I bought it mainly is because I was looking for a battery powered fan which didn't seem to exist, at least as far as I could find. And more than that, if one did exist, I wanted, to be able to plug it in as well. And that's basically this fan. And I didn't really know that at the time until I did find this. And even though it's expensive, I think it's worth it, because if you're working in an area where you aren't really going to have access to an extension cord or even an outlet, you can put a battery in here and you've got lots of air movement. And I was working, in a lot of hot places, and I couldn't use an extension cord or have a cord dragging around the ground or things like that. So this was perfect for that situation. And the fact that you can plug it in is also great because you don't have to kill batteries on it, and it moves a lot of air. I don't know exactly what its CFM ratings are. I don't think it says on here at all. It does not seem to, but it moves a really good amount of air on high speed, and it actually does pretty well with the batteries. I typically use these, and on maximum, with the fan running full tilt from start to finish until the battery dies, you'll get about 2.5 hours of runtime out of that battery, which it aligns with what they say on the website. And if you do kind of calculations on the battery and everything, it comes right out to about the time that it says. And these are fairly new batteries too, so they don't have a whole lot of use on them, but they have been used. My only real complaint about this is I feel like they kind of missed the mark a little bit, and gives me an idea for something I'm gonna try somehow. Is that if you have a battery in and you plug the fan in, obviously the AC, the fan being plugged into wall power, will take over powering the fan, but it doesn't charge the battery. And that kind of disappoints me, because given that they throw these chargers into everything, if you look on Marketplace, the 12 and 18 volt chargers are like a dime a dozen. You can't even give them away, basically. So like, it would not have been hard nor expensive, I think, for them to add in the ability to charge a battery when you have the fan plugged in. It just seems to me like there isn't any reason that it shouldn't be able to do that. The light does, but it got me thinking. I kind of want to mod this fan with that ability, but I don't want it to. I don't want it to look like it was done DIY. I want it to look, professional. And it seems that the only real difference here in terms of how the battery connects is there's no center pin on this one, which is actually the charging pin. And I took this out of a charger, and you can see it's got no outside pin there. So, as far as I can tell, and I've tried, without damaging this, I was trying to see if I could remove one of these pins to be able to kind of put it in there somehow. I don't know. But it looks like they've molded the pins, or the connector thing around the pins themselves, so it doesn't look like there's any way to actually remove these pins without physically damaging this, which that would be okay, but it also comes down to damaging that. So I don't want to damage that. What I'm trying to find out is if I can order this part, just this part, from the M18 Packout Lite, and if I can, then that would have all 5 pins to it, so that it could be, the battery could be used and charged at the same time. So if I can get a hold of that, I can probably shove that in the charging circuit into this fan and set my fan up to charge as well as be used from the battery, and then it would charge when you plug it in. I don't think that would be a very hard thing to achieve. So, but that's pretty much all I wanted to say. It's you know, I'm not a professional reviewer by any stretch of the means, but this is a great fan, and if you've thought about buying one but the expense kind of puts you off, I don't know what to say. It is expensive. I believe they're about I think it's $338 Canadian. Yeah, so it's pricey, but I already have Milwaukee tools, as you can see anyway. So I'm not gonna switch to a different battery ecosystem or start getting other batteries, because I hate that, it gets confusing. And so, you know, and like I said, as far as I know, I don't think any other battery powered fans exist out there, at least not an 18-inch size. Like, this thing is a big fan. I don't know, not that this helps, I don't have a banana for scale, but there's the vacuum next to the fan. Like, it's a big boy. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to I guess just say about it. I'd love to be able to mod it, you know, so I'm looking for that part. If you happen to know if you can get that part, I'm looking into ordering through a service center, but I'm not sure if they'll sell it to me. But yeah, if you know anything about that, by all means, let me know in the comments, and hit the like button on the video, because it'll really help me out as a small channel, and would really appreciate it if you'd subscribe, because again, that's going to really help me out as a small channel. So if you like this kind of content, then yeah, follow along, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.